Hi, I'm Sam Neace, and we're continuing our series on positive aspects of Perry County. Each week we go around to a different community in Perry County, Kentucky, and talk about some of the positive things in that community. I'm excited because each week you're going to hear me, as I go around the county, talk about how I lived in this community at one time or other. I've lived all over Perry County, but I consider this home. This is where I spent most of my time growing up. My family still lives here. It's home sweet home, Grapevine. And behind me is Ben's Quick Stop. And most people in the county are familiar at Ben's, probably eaten here at one time or another. I wanted to start here because Ben, it illustrates a point that I have about Grapevine. There are a lot of small businesses here, and most of the small businesses in the Grapevine area, they've been here for years and they've had success. Grapevine sits in a key place. You have Highway 15 running through here. Pine Branch Coal is located here, and the Coalfields Industrial Park is up on the mountain, so a lot of people from different areas come through Grapevine, and as a result of that, there are a lot of small businesses here that have been successful. It's almost a self-sufficient community with everything in it that you need. One thing's for sure, if you're ever in beautiful downtown Grapevine, you won't go hungry thanks to Ben. I'm at the Coalfields Industrial Park, and up here there are 371 acres of land that's pretty much already developed, and it's reserved and available for corporations and industries to build on. Now the land up here, it's $10,000 to $20,000 per acre. On top of that, for technology and tourism-based industries, they get tax exclusions from the state. They don't have to pay state sales tax. And plus they also, the county offers like $1 million forgivable loans to industries that come up here and build for the purpose of their infrastructure and their development. Now, there have been three main industries up here: American Woodmark, Trust Joist, and Sykes Enterprises. Of those three industries, one of them, American Woodmark, experienced major layoffs. The other one, Sykes Enterprises, shut down altogether and was able to reopen a few years later. And the third one, Trust Joist, has recently closed down and laid off all of its workers. So all three of the industries that are up here have experienced difficulties. Now when this place, first started going, it actually did well. In fact, at the beginning of 1999, Kentucky ranked #1 in the country in new job development and economic growth. And the places like this right here, the Coalfields Industrial Park, that's the reason that we saw that burst in economic growth and in employment. For whatever reason, I guess the leaders who came into power right about 1999, it started to dwindle since then. I think the problem is that for the most part they've done absolutely nothing. But secondly, when they do something, they go to these industries and they present it like the industries are going to come in here and do us a favor. It's time we stop that. We have to start presenting it as what it truly is. We are doing them a favor. I mean, when you look at it from a standpoint, they have cheap land that's already developed. They get tax exclusions, they get forgivable loans, and most importantly, an eager community that is capable and ready to work. We are doing the industries a favor by having them come here, and I think that's how we need to start presenting it. Behind me is the Grapevine Chavies Volunteer Fire Department. I want to mention the fire department because they do great work, and one thing about this fire department is it covers a wide area. There are a whole lot of people living in the Grapevine and Chavies area, but they do a fantastic job. I know one thing that all the fire departments would like to see is more funding. I believe they get like $8,000 a year from the state. That's not enough to cut it, They need new technology, new equipment. They need more funding from the government. But regardless, they do a great job with what they have. And yes, when I was growing up, this fire department did once have to get called to my house. And the house is still standing. Everything's fine. So thank you, Grapevine and Chavies Volunteer Fire. We are coming up on a memorial bridge right here. See if I could get a shot of it. For Estill Turner. He is one of the heroes of Grapevine. Estill died in the war that our country is currently fighting. Grapevine is no stranger to tragedy and no stranger to heroes who stand up in the face of tragedy. And we're going to end at the Head Start School, and this is the school where my daughter Molly actually goes. Grapevine, when I think about this place, there are two things that stand out right away about what makes it a great place. First of all, I mentioned, the fact that there are a lot of small businesses and stuff here that have been successful throughout the years. That proves that the people in this place have good ideas and that the people of the community support each other in their ideas. And that's always a recipe for success inside a town. But the main thing that sticks out to me is the fact that, you know, this is where I'm from. And growing up here, I loved this place, and every time I return, it always feels like coming home. Grapevine is a wonderful place. Every week, we're going to focus on a different community in Perry County, Kentucky. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Sam Neace. Talk to you next time.